Do you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments and Maggie, and we are bringing you a layout today that's pretty simple, but it could use up scraps if you have scraps that you need to use. And so I thought it would be really a fun one to bring to your attention, and it's very quick and very easy. I do use a cut apart page to make this one, but you don't have to. You can use your scraps, and I think that would be a very worthwhile thing. So sorry, I have to apologize this week. I've been a little under the weather, and so my videos have been a little interrupted, and I apologize for that, but we'll do better. Thanks to those who joined me for Croptoberfest. We had fun. It was a good introduction to a virtual event, and next time will be better and hopefully have more of you participating because we did have a good time. Thanks for joining me. Let's check out my workspace and we'll get started. All right, so here is, for those of you who have not watched any of the videos that I've done since Ireland, you may not be aware, but I'm putting together an 8x8 album for the kiddos that I watch. And this is, I've been working on it off camera. And so I'll do a flip through for you at the end when it's put together, just so that you have some better, 8x8 layout ideas, a few more than the ones that I've shown you in individual videos. But this is the last one that I did, and I just really like it. I think it's super cute. If you have the Growing Up series of papers, then you will have a paper in there that has a huge playhouse, and it's on a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it's a 2-story with an attic playhouse, and it's super cute. We had this huge washing machine box because we had to buy a new washing machine, and my husband cut windows and a door and created this cute little indoor playhouse, and it was very simple. We didn't decorate it or anything. We let the kids draw all over it. It was super fun for them. Their table fit inside of it, as you can kind of see a little bit in this picture. And anyway, they had a ball playing in that. But I just thought I would share this with you. This is 3 photos, and I cut the one in the middle down the center, because each of the kids are on either side of the window. So it worked, and it was super fun. That is one of the last pages. We're going to flip this over and work on today's layout. And today's layout inspiration comes from this blog post in the CM blog. And this was created by Brenda Rose. And we're going to turn this into an 8x8 and use it for today's layout. So we're not going to use the same papers. We're going to still stick with the Growing Up series of papers and embellishments, a few, but basically this is the inspiration. I'm not sure where we're going to go with it, but we're gonna play together with our papers. Okay, I had these 2 squares left over from one of the layouts that I did using. You can see this is Growing Up paper. Also, the one with the dragonflies and the sunflowers and all the grass. I don't know if we'll use that or not, but I pulled it out just in case. Those are the photos we're going to use, and these are the 2 base pages. Let's talk about paper. So sometimes you get In some paper collections, we're fortunate enough to get a cut apart that looks like this, where you can cut apart different borders and you can sometimes fit them together. Pardon me. You can sometimes layer them and fit them together to create larger borders, or you can put them row upon row to create different borders and that kind of thing. This is perfect for what we are going to do today, but we are going to kind of incorporate a few other things. So the back side of this is all of these happy faces, a little bit like these strips right here. And obviously if we're doing 2 8x8 pages, we're going to need 2 of these strips. So we'll probably use both of these strips. I also pulled out this sheet that has the rainbows on it. It has some mats on the back. I don't know if we'll use the mats at all, but I just thought that the rainbows might be cute to add since we have a rainbow piece right here as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is cut a few of these apart, especially the ones that we think we're going to want to use. I think we're going to want to use the happy faces, so I'm going to line the happy faces up on my trimmer. That's not lining up very straight. Oh, that's not better. How very strange. All right. Well, we're going to line it up straight. There we go. So we're going to do those happy faces, and I'm going to need this second one down here to be able to have it on both sides of my layout. So we'll have those two. We could do the apples on both sides of the layout since I have 2 strips of apples. I hope you all had a fantastic Halloween. We had a super fun Halloween and got to put all of our pirate garb on and help out in our neighborhood with the questing that was going on. Our neighbor puts that together. They decorate their yard and as Pirates of the Caribbean, and then kids who come to visit their yard get sent on quests throughout the neighborhood to houses that volunteer to assist, and we always try to volunteer to assist because it makes our Halloween more fun to do that with the kids. All right, we're going to use this green check also, and maybe the rainbows. I don't know. Let's see. Now these are all the same width. They're all 1 inch wide, and we have 8 inches to come up with. So I've got 1, 2, 3 different ones there. Let's do these rainbows. Or we could flip it over and use the happy faces on the other side. Or we could use the happy faces on this side. And the rainbows from this paper, which we could cut into a wider strip. All right, I'm going to cut this top row of mats off so that I don't accidentally cut into these other mats. That's my thought anyway. Let's see how wide these are. These are a little over 4 inches, just barely over 4 inches. So we are going to cut this apart at just barely over 2 inches so that we have 2 strips that are the same. And that's going to give us 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of our 8 inches plus a little bit of space in between each one of those, which is going to give us about 6 inches. So I need 2 more inches, which we could use as these right here. I think I like that. That'll work. All right, so the rest of this is just going to get set to the side. I'm going to take each of these and I need them to be 8 inches wide. So I'm going to stack both of the 2-inch pieces, all 4 of the 2-inch pieces. We're going to pull out our arm and we're going to go ahead and cut these at 8 inches. This is the extra. I'm going to do 2 of those on each side. Then we're going to do, I don't know if I can cut through all of these at the same time. Let's see if we can. We might be able to, as long as they will stay lined up. Pushing that up against the shoulder to keep it even. Pushing it out to the 8-inch mark. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we need 1 green on each side, 1 apple, like that. All right. Now let's make sure these are going to line up the way we think they ought to. I'm going to put maybe we needed 1 more. Let's see if we have room for 1 more. If I line these up just so. We might have room for a 1/2 inch piece. 1/2 inch piece of what? Could we use? I feel like we need some more yellow. Let's see. Because I don't know why, but I just don't really want to add that music note one in there. Maybe I should just use that because it's already cut. I'm going to use this red. There was a heart pattern on the back of this that we didn't use. So I think I'm going to cut 1/2 inch pieces of the heart patterned paper. So let's go ahead and scooch that out to the 1/2 inch. All right. Oh, now we need this to be 8 inches. So we'll stack these two and measure them and trim them. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these strips adhered. I'm going to put the top strip and the bottom strip right along the edge, right along the top and the bottom edge. Okay. And then each of the pieces that go on after that are going to go on about 1/8 of an inch down from the other. Maybe not even 1/8 of an inch. Maybe more like just 1/16 of an inch. Just enough that you can see that separation. Like that. Get these two on. I'm choosing to put this tone on tone of that sort of checkerboard pattern between the happy faces and the apples, just so that there is a little bit more. Oh, look at that. We need a little more room. Okay. Gonna allow a little more room than what I have been. Let's lift this back up. So that it can be a little more even. This red one I put on with removable adhesive, repositionable adhesive, and it came off so much nicer. So just a little bit of a reminder to use our repositionable adhesive. All right, so I'm going to do this side exactly the same as this side, and that will come together a lot quicker. All right. There we go. So there are both of our sides. Now let's trim some photos. I'm going to grab my guillotine trimmer and we will trim up a few of these pictures. We have a strawberry patch that we've cultivated in our backyard, and our littles, when they come to visit, love to go and hunt for their favorite yummy strawberries. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to trim that widthwise or not yet, but I might. This one. Emily was reading to them and sharing pictures on her iPad. And they were just having a ball with her. And Maggie, too, of course. All right, let's see if we can make all of these fit where we want them to fit now, where I want them to fit. I think we'll do it just like that. But I feel like they need some mats. At least these that have lots of different colors in them need some mats. Let me pull some cardstock and we'll do some mats real quick. Lunar blue does not match it exactly, but I just like how bright it is. Let's go ahead and use Lunar blue. I think it will kind of add a nice pop of color. Not that we don't have enough color already on these pages, but I just like it. It's cheery. I suppose we could just mat all of them. It wouldn't be too hard to do. Okay. Let's grab the trimmer again. I like that. I like it already. All right, let's go ahead and get these put on. We're gonna just trim off the ones that are gonna hang over the edge, because by putting these at kind of a jaunty angle, they are gonna hang over the edge just a little bit. But I like doing that better than I could just change it maybe just a little. I don't even know if we're going to see all of the cute little designs of the paper. Probably not, but that's okay. I'd rather see the people. And I have just a really quick little embellishment that we're going to add. Little title. It's going to just sit right here. And we're going to say we're growing up so fast. Because we are growing up so fast. All right, I'm going to grab my scissors. We're just going to flip this over and trim off. And you could use your trimmer to do this if you would rather. It might be faster, might not. Just to trim off these things that are have floated over the edge. And there's our 2 pages. We can get our pocket page. I'm going to flip this over so that the dollhouse page is on the back. It's going to go in just like that. We've got another page here. That will take the other side. And there are our cute 2 pages. Pretty quick. About 30 minutes. And we've got 2 pages more done in our album. Fantastic. I hope this is helpful for you and gives you some good ideas of ways you can use your paper. And you could even use scraps up this way. If you have a lot of scraps from a project, this will utilize those really nicely and give you lots of color variation to your page. It's a fun thing to do. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments. Have a great day.